Hi, folks. Tim Forshey here again with another episode of Guns and Gavels. A lot of jabbering going on out there about the concept of so-called constitutional carry. Let's talk about that for just a minute. What the heck is constitutional carry? I always say as opposed to unconstitutional carry. But a lot of people say, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. What they mean simply is to enforce the statement that I don't need a permit because the Second Amendment is my permit. The Constitution is my permit. I guess I would prefer that we call it permitless carry. I think that'd be a little more accurate, a little less confusing. But by God, this is Merca. So if we want to call it constitutional carry, go ahead. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Well, like a lot of things in life, pros and cons. Supposedly, we live in a free society. So should you actually have to obtain a permit from your government in order to exercise a constitutionally guaranteed right? Hell no, you shouldn't. But think about it. We already do. To exercise a lot of your First Amendment rights, the right to peaceably assemble. You think you might need to get a permit in order to hold some sort of a rally on the National Mall? You sure do. How about free speech? Also guaranteed by the First Amendment. Have you ever tried to put up a Pepsi billboard across from a Super Bowl venue when the Super Bowl has a contract with Coke that year? Good luck. You're going to find that free speech is not so free after all. That's simply how it works, guys. We're kind of used to that. So it's not really that much of a stretch to talk about whether you should have to get a permit to carry concealed. It does have pros and cons. The con seems un-American, you know. The pro, well, I've never been a big fan of mandated permits or mandated training, but wow, am I a big fan of training. And if it gets more people to train before they carry a gun, I don't know that you can honestly keep a straight face and say that's a bad thing. There's lots of training available out there. There's online training. There's training available in person. There's training available in books, in movies, et cetera. There's all kinds of really great ways to learn how to do this better. Let's do that. So people who are screaming for more regulation, all I can say is it doesn't fall on deaf ears. But again, kind of nice to live in a free society, don't you think? We currently have approximately 22 million people in this country with CCW permits, and Florida just broke the tie with regard to constitutional carry states. Florida became the 26th state to adopt constitutional carry. South Carolina is poised to soon become the 27th state. Can California be far behind? I know I'm delusional, aren't I? But you know what? If you actually read closely, the Bruin versus New York State Rifle and Pistol Association ruling from the Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas's majority opinion, that might happen sooner than we think. If it does, I want you to look back at this video and say, man, Forshey is prescient. I can't believe he picked that. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'll just say I never ever said that because after all, I'm a lawyer for crying out loud. All right, folks, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you in the future. Be safe.